I'm putting belt to ass all 2025. All summer, you will see my face everywhere. You know that little shitty ass complex list? Let me stop. That shit wasn't really that shitty. But for the hip hop media sources, by next year, I want to be on that list. That's a crazy goal, I know, but by next year, I want to be on that list, bro. I know my shit. Oh, fuck. I love this shit, bro. I love this shit. Especially when I got the. Ooh. Alright. Uh-oh. Am I looking a little odd too? Like, maximum oral farm. Flex. Show the birthmark. Slight wave. I'm about to react to this video right quick. It has an interesting conversation I want to kind of partake in. People hate conscious rappers. Read My Soul. Read My Soul. I've seen his stuff being recommended to me more often. I'm about to subscribe right now. People hate conscious rappers, which is facts. There is a lot of hate towards conscious rappers, and I'm kind of sick of it. I'm over it. But I'm also over the hate for non-conscious, non-lyrical rappers too. I think there needs to be a bit of a spectrum, and we got to relax type shit.
I like hearing that title, y'all. He a conscious rapper because it did put you in that.
Yo, Common is the worst person to open this shit up with because I can't stand Common, and I don't know why. Like, there's really nothing wrong with the guy, if I'm being honest, but that might be the reason why I can't stand him. He's like almost too squeaky clean, too perfect. And I know it sounds like I had this rant pre-made. It's because I've talked about it so much with my mom. Me and my mom talk about this shit a lot, bro. It's like, because this is from her generation, and I'd be like, Mom, I just never could get into Common. She's like, I get it, I get it. Like, to me, it's like a coloring book the way he raps. It's just too. She was nice and I was nice. She was so divine, I. If you wanted her, she'd be mine. This thing that we got is too divine. I put my heart on the line. It's cranking, it's like no swag in it, bro. Like when Biggie was doing his lyrical rap, it would be like swag in it. Like it was just I don't know. Like respect to Common though. He one of the pioneers, but it's like damn, bro.
A box. It did put you in that a box.
Boy, it's hard out here for a conscious rapper. Conscious rappers are probably the most scrutinized
Facts.
and most criticized within the hip hop genre. Within the hip hop community, conscious rappers are held to the highest of standards. They can never rebrand.
They be calling that shit scared of hoes music.
Are pigeonholed into being conscious, and if they do anything else, they're hypocrite. And the best way I can describe this hypocrisy or this unfair treatment towards conscious rapper is if you look at Chance the Rapper and you look at Little Durk. They're from the same city, they're around the same age, but they get treated very differently. Chance the Rapper has actually been rapping his behind off the last few offerings that he has given.
No, fuck. I just told y'all this in my bro. Do y'all watch my other videos? Do you just only want to see me react? I just said this shit in my rappers to look out for that need to drop. Chance is on that list because he's been rapping his ass off, doing amazing things. Unreleased and released, Child of God, the writing exercises, the shit with what's his name, Vic Mensa, like he's heating back up. I know the big day was ass, but look out for Chance.
In dystopia for a discount. The doctor's doing dirty work. The prison's doing miscounts. The ops and the top shot callers having sit downs.
Go listen to some of Chance the Rapper's last few songs. He been rapping. Very cultural, very black.
Fried catfish, bootleg Medea plays, nosy auntie, like let me see your grades.
I like what Chance has been doing, but the culture has kind of forgotten about him. And the only thing I can link that.
But that's kind of his fault too. He keeps saying he's gonna drop the Starline Gallery and he keep not dropping it. That shit was supposed to drop last April. The fuck? It's a whole year later, bro.
To is the fact that he made an album about loving his wife and loving his family and being positive and being.
No, that's disingenuous. That's not the reason niggas didn't like it. It wasn't because it was about that. It was because it was ass. If it was about it and wasn't ass, then it would have been fire. Jay-Z made a whole album about forgiveness and his wife and his shit with 444. Shit was fire. People liked it. That's just my opinion though.
Better. That's the only thing I can link it to.
In July of 2019, after fans and critics had been excited to see what he did next, the result wasn't just a letdown, but pretty cringe in its delivery, with the whole project basically being a conceptual album about how much he loves his wife.
When the whole story of the album is I got married, things are great, I love my life, For almost an hour and a half straight, it's pretty tough to make it the whole way through.
You know, because for some reason, loving your family and being positive sounds preachy, is corny within the hip hop community. I don't know what that's about. But artists like Lil Durk, who's currently
Don't think that was the problem, honestly. I think it was just the execution was garbage. I don't know.
dealing with a Fed case, keep your head up, Lil Durk. No disrespect to you. Just going to use you for this example. But a guy like Lil Durk, before the Feds came, he was in his rebrand. He was converting to Islam, becoming a Muslim. He was doing records with J. Cole, had the kids in the same.
All my life. That shit ain't for nobody, by the way.
I won the Grammy. Everything was good.
That shit didn't
Everybody's
feel
clapping for him.
nobody.
Gangsta artists are afforded all the luxuries in the world. They can rebrand, they can change it up, they can do this, they can do that. But an artist like Chance the Rapper is pigeonholed. If Chance the Rapper started to go thug and started to go gangster, people will laugh him out the gym. Because once you start doing that positive poppy, you can't change. It's only the gangsters that can switch it up and change how they move. They're afforded all.
I don't know when this happened. I don't know if I'm tripping, but when did Chance the Rapper become the poster boy for positive, safe rap? Like, do we not remember his entire, like, his biggest, probably most critically acclaimed when it comes to like his like his fan base is acid rap. It's literally called acid rap, him rapping about, you know, being off the shits and what it did to him. Like, was it the Coloring Book transformation with the 3 Grammys? Because if we talk about that, he's still got some interesting themes that aren't just safe shit. I don't know how this happened. Like, he doesn't talk about being gangster, but he does talk about being from where the gangsters are from, in a way, like being from the area Lil Durk is from and shit. Even in the Coloring Book, you know. I think he's really good at making it so poetic that you forget. Like, it's a lot of like crazy shit, but I don't know when this branding for him like just was cemented in a way where, oh, if he talks about something other than that, it's gonna be bad. Like, he just talked about Caltech switch with the silencer on in his Let the Stars Out song. So I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
All the luxuries in the world, and that goes into the community as well. I don't know if because people fear them or because people love a comeback story, but once you are a conscious artist, you can't do nothing else. And we're seeing that today with the standards that people are holding Kendrick Lamar to. Even though Kendrick Lamar has told you,
but he is not your savior.
I'm trying to figure out me because I'm from this mad city and I'm going mad, even though I know I'm good. People don't listen, but people are holding him to the standard because a conscious artist, a person who's trying to do better within the community, is terrible. What made me think of this video is I saw
Sam Smith gets to sing a great song about stay with me on a mainstream.
I can't stand singing niggas, bro. He did not have to hit the fucking note like that mid talk while in the Drink Champs interview. I can't stand that shit. You know why I can't stand it? Because I'm fucking jealous. Because let me have those vocals. I'm doing that shit all day long. I'm chilling with my little baby cousin. I'm walking around the park with him. Oh, do you know your ABCs? I'm gonna sing that shit like a Michael Jackson around the huzz. What? All the single moms and shit hearing me sing ABC. Ooh, he got a voice on him, don't he? Like, I'm abusing that shit. Like, that shit not fair.
Radio station. If I sing that same song, stay with me, limited bandwidth. Because our violence isn't the threat, our love is.
Now that video is super duper powerful because not only does the system only want our violence, but doesn't want our love. We want our violence and we don't want our love. Love is so hard nowadays to find.
True.
People are looking for hate and negativity and they waiting for you to fall and waiting for you to crash out. People are waiting for people to fail nowadays. People are so negative.
There's a spiritual warfare going on beyond just
Facts.
social media or music or whatever.
People only want the money, and nothing else. And you're seeing this bleed into every facet of reality. You're seeing this bleed into the music. You're seeing this bleed into sports. You're seeing this bleed into everyday life.
I was just about to bring up sports. I posted a TikTok on my TikTok Airwave Knee, by the way, shameless plug, where I talked about the Stephen A. Smith situation and how it reminds me of the the Elliott Wilson things, like basically two big names within traditional media, and how the entitlement of bringing on talented acts but trying to limit them to what you deem acceptable within the scope of public eye even though you're begging for their appearance basically, where you benefit more off of them than they do off you, but having such a jaded view on it that it kind of makes you look fucking insane. When I talked about that, I failed to even mention the part of it where it's also very, very negative spun all the time. There's a negative connotation within media coverage for all these talented people, and there's really no good reason behind it besides just rage bait, quick numbers, and also entitlement to just wanting to be in the know on drama that's not even related to, let's say, LeBron's scoring title or his record or how it's been playing with Luke, or let's say Chance the Rapper's new spiritual awakening, or his new resurgence and inspiration in his poetry. It's like we want to talk about the bullshit. Let's talk about your ticket sales not being so good. Let's talk about your numbers not being so good. Let's let's talk about all the negative shit if you don't give me what I want, basically. And I didn't even talk about the general disregard for the positive shit we could be talking about. Instead of talking about how amazing it is to see this black man and his son both be in the league, and not only that, the son is actually way better than people were giving him credit to because he worked on it and he stayed true. We're not giving him enough praise for that. You see what I'm saying? Like, we just dive in on the most negative parts of every aspect of these successful people for no reason, and that shit does not do nothing for you. That's why I don't like to base my platform, the little small like inkling of a platform I have with less than fucking 60 subscribers. I don't like to base it on negative shit. Like, I'll talk about some things that are negative here and there because if it's there, it's there. But I like to really have it more rooted in like the appreciation of things, because that takes you farther in life than anything else, in my opinion. So I agree with him on this. It's crazy how negative we like to be within these fields for literally no good reason at all.
If online you see men and women, especially within the black culture and the hip hop culture community, argue about who paying, who not paying. I'm in my soft era. 50-50. Nobody wants to compromise anymore. People only want negativity and violence. Trying to be better and trying to do better is corny. Chance is corny. Loving your wife that much is corny. I don't think that was actually true. They saying that he wasn't really like that. That Chance was putting on the act. He probably still gonna get more criticism than murder for hire charges. It just baffles me how we push so much negativity and so much violence.
Bro, y'all could get out my face with telling me it's just entertainment. In the last 48 hours, this is the hypocritical hop version of First 48. I'm about to show y'all.
Who is this dude? I be seeing this guy in certain like meme clips. I don't know who he is though.
Yella Beezy arrested and charged for capital murder in connection to killing Mo 3. 21 Savage's homie, rapper Lotto Savage, shot and killed in Atlanta at age 36. Rest in peace. Drill rapper K Flock beats his murder charge, but is found guilty on RICO charges and is facing about 20 years in prison. None of this ain't cute. None of this ain't gangster.
K Flock young too.
Ain't hip hop. And none of this should be normalized, you heard me?
But then come out our neck against a person who's trying to do better.
Yeah, Kanye calling those kids retarded was very, very unhinged. Like, that, even for Kanye, that's kind of like, whoa.
For themselves and wants better for each other. It's crazy how often we want cancel culture, knowing that we came from cancel culture, knowing that black folk within America is literally trying, our history and our everything is being canceled right now. We don't want to know the truth. We want the lie. We want the violence. We want the ignorance. And when you look at the treatment of conscious rappers, you understand it's all the jokes in the world about a conscious brother. Drewski just did a skit about it.
Yeah, that shit's funny though. I can't lie. The skits are funny. This shit's hilarious. Let's be real. Halitosis.
Shiggy done a skit about it. The gangsters, they don't get no criticism. The thugs, young thugs.
Whoa, that's cap. Cause Drewski definitely got that one Drewski got that one skit where he was acting like Baby Kia. Let's not forget that. Damn, maybe he's right, because I can't even find that shit.
We spank the ops like a baby's bottom.
Okay. Yeah, I lost the plot. Anyways, let me go back to this. He did have a skit where he's rapping like Baby Kia. That shit was funny.
The they don't get no criticism. Hypocrisy, man. It's crazy how much negativity you get thrown at you when you're trying to do better. Nobody wants the party to die. Kendrick didn't even want the party to die. He just want balance. Hey man, we need balance. And if y'all want a real conscious person, here's D1, here's Lecrae, here's Scooty Wop. Shout out to Scooty Wop.
What's the point of writing all of these lyrics if I'm rapping to an audience that ain't trying to hear it? They'd rather me blow a bag than rap about building wealth. They'd rather me get some brain than rap about mental health.
People don't go to that. People don't listen.
I'm sorry, that was really corny though. There's a way to do it. That was corny. And I love my conscious rap, but I feel like Saba is a perfect example of someone who's doing it in a fire ass way. I just reacted to his shit, and it's one of the best albums of the year. Mike had one of the best albums of the year so far too, but I'm sorry, but Cardi has another one of the best albums of the year. I think it is about balance. We got to be more open-minded to shit like that. But there's a way to go about it. There's corny street shit and there's also corny conscious shit. It exists on both sides. We can't act like it's only on one side. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it's okay to just have balance.
Listen to the gospel no more. People don't listen to the conscious artists out there. They want to nitpick it off of Kendrick. Kendrick is a good, perfect balance of it all. But people want to tear people down nowadays.
Facts.
People don't want love.
Kendrick
People
the
want
avatar with
everything
this
but
shit.
nothing. People want dogs. People want robots. They want something to give them everything and say nothing to them at the same time. They want what they want from people and they don't want nothing else. They don't want problems. They don't want to really communicate. They just want to, everything is fun. Everything is a good time. Nobody knows how to get through the trials and tribulations now. And that's the reason why they call it scaring the hoes music. Listen to all the low vibration.
I said that shit earlier.
Try to attach to conscious artists. Look at all the negativity that we try to attach to conscious artists and how high we lift up low vibrational activity. Low vibrational activity is pushed to the forefront. And that's because the system only wants us for our violence. They don't want us for our love. And I'm starting to think that that's our problem. We need to get back to love.
And that's what R&B stands for, and that's why R&B takes such a back seat, because we're not promoting the aesthetic that continues to perpetuate the stereotype.
That's all Chance the Rapper is doing. Conscious artists like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Common, they get the most hate. But I want to listen to that bullshit, Sharif.
You're also naming old niggas. Common, Talib Kweli. These are old niggas. You gotta look at the new conscious niggas, because these new conscious niggas, I feel like they're doing their thing. It may not be as marketable. Like when we talk about why is this being pushed, we know why. It's because it's easy to market. It's very easy to market. There's always going to be a demand for it, and there's always going to be a fleeting audience that's going to be there, and they're going to be gone eventually, but there's just so many of them that it works, and it's going to keep working. And like I said before in my other videos, like my Saba video, like in my there's another video I talked about it where record labels are basically funding gang violence because they make money off of it. It's just how it is, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that at all, but there's a market for it, and they're gonna find a way. And they don't want to hear us talk about building each other up and fighting against the system unless it's in a very, very marketable way. It just is what it is. I don't know how exactly we get past it, but I do want us to find more outlets, more artists that are like talking about that side of it. Like Vince Staples is somebody who breaks it down so well, but he does it mostly in interviews. When it comes to his music, he talks about more of like what's going on in his region, on his life, which makes sense. But if you want to hear more about it, I suggest watching Vince Staples interviews. He has a lot of good ones, and he really breaks that shit down. Vince Staples is one of them ones. His song Little Homies actually off of Vince Staples' song Little Homies off of his last album Dark Times does touch on it a bit, and I feel like that was a great song. Little Homies by Vince Staples, a good song. Check it out.
You get all these jokes. Stop scaring the hoes. We get all these jokes, and it's like, yo, I just trying to help you. I think Kendrick, Chance, and everybody will agree. There's nothing wrong with liking a little bit of Playboy Cardi. I think hip hop fans, at the end of the day, have to realize that sometimes having a little bit of Waka Flocka ain't bad.
And down James.
Wale's a conscious artist. That's one of his biggest songs. And said, look, my no hands.
I said, I don't dance.
If you listen to Beanie Siegel, one of his best songs is a conscious song. Feel it in the air. Something going on.
I feel funny, can't tell me nothing different.
My nose twitching.
Intuition setting in like Steve Vision.
We really got to get back to just an equilibrium, man. It don't have to be one side or the other. We just got to keep the same energy overall. How is it that Little Durk can
facts
rebrand forever and Chance got to be this. And if Chance start going thug, it's a problem. We really got to look at that. Why do we hate consciousness? Why do we want to be asleep? Why is the clubs only the test of measurement of what's going on? Why is that the bar? Nobody playing that in the club. Hip hop and black culture ain't just in the club.
Facts. He's saying a lot of real shit here. Especially with hip hop and black culture not only being in the club. Nigga, we have museums. Did we forget about that? We got paint. Like, of all the bitches you want are in the club, you and me have different tastes. Cause the females I want, they're outside, like literally, like at parks and shit. The sipping paints, you know what I'm saying? These baddies don't just like street shit now. At least the earthy, the fine shits. A lot of these girls like conscious rappers nowadays. It's weird. It be throwing me off sometimes. What I was gonna say is that it's easier for a street nigga to rebrand culturally than a conscious nigga to rebrand, because when you think about it in the real world, think about in your neighborhood. Let's like that one dude that got locked up for a minute and he came out a different man. He came back, he's Muslim now, like we talk about. He all about peace and this, that, and the third. It it's gonna take a little adjusting, but it's just easier to get acclimated. But like the nigga that you knew in high school that was always getting straight A's, he wore his clothes super tight and didn't get no females. He talked a little bit like like a white boy. For him to come up to you years later, like on some street shit or like on some I'm selling this now, I'm doing that, like on some, it's just not gonna look right. It won't look right. It won't look right. It won't feel right. It won't sound right. So I don't think that's just a rapper thing. I think that's just like a cultural thing within our community, at least. It's easier for just like a hood nigga or a street nigga to rebrand themselves because there's still gonna be that street edge to them, and we're always more willing to accept and be okay with that edge always being there, as opposed to like a conscious dude or like one of them non-street guys trying to act like there's something else now. It just never works out. It never works out. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about Drake in this video, but you know.
Started in the church. We need to get back to the church. They hate conscious artists, man. I don't know why, but they hate them. They can't stand conscious artists, man. And it's not fair because conscious artists, man, the Lupes, the Big Crits, when shit go left, they hold you down.
Now I embrace the title because
He's not naming any newer acts though. Big Crit he's not an old nigga, but that's Big Crit and Lupe. These are OGs. He's not mentioning nobody like new.
I look at artists like Nina Simone, Bob Marley, and Stevie Wonder. Those are conscious artists, so if I could be anywhere at the end of a sentence with them, then I'm grateful.
And it's funny now, you got more Rays, you got Rod Waves. These dudes is singing. They trying to be a little on the thug side, but they crying. I can hear it. Friday, Meek Mill.
Money rule the world, but you can't pay God with it. I spend it all just to get back mine. I know you're proud of me.
These are conscious brothers, but we don't think of them like that because
that shit not better than Opium Baby. Let's not say verse of the year. Come on.
We only like them for their toughness, and that's messed up, man. I'm guarantee you that's very rooted within slavery. Gotta be. They don't want the smart brother. Nobody want the smart brother. Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Everybody want the thug and the criminal. Maybe that is some fear, but we got to start holding everybody to the same standard. But we also need balance, man. All of this cancel culture, that got to end, man. People just waiting for people's downfall. There's no reason we should be criticizing Kendrick because he's trying. Even myself, I'm not always conscious. I listen to the ratchet sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. Every day don't have to be conscious, and because you like to go to the strip club don't mean you a hypocrite. Oh, you're a fake. You're a phony. No, I can't have a fun time too. At least they're trying to show you that, hey, this is wrong. Something's wrong with this unbalance. So I can't say everything in one video, so that's what the comment section is for. That's for you to help me out. Help you out. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how you feeling about this. Why do they hate conscious rappers? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join to be a member of this channel. Link is in the description. Shout out to all my members, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be holding me down, man. I love when I give y'all a video and y'all be commenting first, and I love it, man. Thank y'all, and thank everybody for supporting your boy. If you want to donate to this channel, man, here's the Cash App link right here. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to give y'all something different. And yeah, that's my offering for today, man. What say you? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Read my soul. Out.
Yo. Good shit. Good W video. He made a lot of poignant observations that is like really real because it exists not only again in the music industry but in our community. It's like, why is it so much easier for street dudes to rebrand and not conscious people, and why is there always such a like a comedic stigma when it comes to more wordy type of rap? I get it. I just think it's about balance and execution, and that's probably the biggest things going when it comes to why people do or do not like certain types of rap or certain rappers specifically. Like, I'll give Saba as an example again. I got a homeboy, he about to see this shit and be like, yo, chill on me, stop calling me up. But he listen to mostly underground shit. That's his shit. He listen to that all the time. But if you hear good lyrical rap, you just hear good lyrical rap, and he couldn't help but just make it be known, like, yo, that Saba dude is actually tough. Tyler the Creator, another one. He's not super lyrical, but you see how big he is numbers wise and cultural relevance wise. Lil Yachty, he started doing more lyrical shit. People have not made fun of him for it yet. But granted, he does have a more poppy background. And we forgot about that middle ground too, like Griselda. They're some of the most lyrical dudes, but they're also some of the most street dudes. Like, they're more street than the street trap rappers damn near, and they got a mixture of it. So there's like a spectrum of it. You know, we have our moments of just straight ignorance though, where we just clown lyrical shit for no reason at all, like as if mental stimulation is a joke or a fucking like a bad thing. But it's just, when it comes to the non-lyrical shit, it's just so easy to access. You know, when you driving, you just play that little playlist. Like, I'm very guilty of this, like having lyrical shit that I appreciate so much, having my mics, my Sabas that dropped this year, having my Kendricks, having my Chance the Rappers, having my Earl Sweatshirts, even my MF Dooms, and just not playing through it while I'm doing other types of shit, because it's just, I can't appreciate it as much as I can when I'm sitting down and locked into it. But how many times a day do we have where we could just set aside time to just lock in and listen to lyrics and sample choices and production like that? A lot of the time we don't got time for that. If you never establish that from a certain age, it's going to be harder for you to get into it at a later age, because the older you get, it's like the less time you have for it, unless that's a part of your career. That's why I'm grateful for starting this when I am, because hopefully by the time I'm 26, 27, 28, I built it to a point where it's a part of my life, it's a part of my career, and I could like do it freely, because there's a lot of people that just can't, so they're not going to be able to buy into these things that take a little bit more mental stimulation to fully truly appreciate. Like, comment, and subscribe to me as well. My name is why am I telling you my name is Nishan, but Airwave Knee. I'm on TikTok with it too now, also starting an Instagram. I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm locked in. My name is my name. I'm here for a long time and a good time. I'm really trying to do this shit. Appreciate you for watching. Coming back for the next one. Get notifications on, and I'm gonna catch you. Have a blessed one. Peace.